An Oregon man who drugged three 12-year-old girls at his daughter's sleepover was just released from jail into the public. Anyone living in Oregon who has kids should listen to this story because it's terrifying. On August 26th of last year, 57-year-old Michael Maiden insisted that his 12-year-old daughter invite a couple of her friends over for a sleepover. So that's exactly what she did. She invited three of her friends, who were also all 12, over to her Lake Oswego home for what should have been a night of fun. And it did start out that way. The girls spent their day playing in the sprinklers, getting in the hot tub, and then took showers and got ready for bed when Michael told them to. The girls then spent the majority of their night in the basement of Michael's home having a spa night, watching movies and doing facials. But at around 11 p.m., Michael came into the basement and gave all of the girls, including his daughter, mango smoothies that he made for them. Each cup had a different colored straw so they could tell whose cup was whose. Immediately upon drinking, the girls complained of the taste and saw that the smoothies had white chunks in it and white powder sprinkled on the top. But Michael insisted that they all drink it. Three of the girls did, but one girl said that it tasted so bad that she stopped after one sip, which made Michael incredibly angry. And he did almost everything to try and get her to drink it. They each reportedly started drinking from each other's cup, which also made Michael mad. After drinking the smoothies, the girls became clumsy and woozy and they all fell into a deep sleep. All except for the one girl who didn't drink the smoothie. The girl who didn't drink the smoothie was sharing a pull-out couch with one of her friends that did, while Michael's daughter and another friend were in an adjacent room. According to the girl who wasn't drugged, Michael then came downstairs to check on them, and he did so a bunch of times. So much so that the girl became scared and pretended to be asleep, but she said that she could feel him watching her. At this point, she said that she was terrified that he was going to do something, and that fear was backed up when Michael began performing tests on the girls to make sure that they weren't awake. He would put his finger under the girls' noses and he would move their arms and bodies to make sure they were sleeping. At this point, the girl who was secretly awake could feel him begin to separate her from her friend, and so when he went back upstairs, the girl texted her mom to come and pick her up. She said, quote, "Mom, please pick me up and say I had a family emergency. I don't feel safe. I might not respond, but please come get me." End quote. Unfortunately, this was around 2 a.m. and her mom didn't get the messages. But thankfully, she was able to get a hold of another friend who sent her parents to pick the girl up. They gave the girl a ride home, who then woke up her mom and told her what happened, saying that she thinks her friends may have been drugged. Her mom then notified the other girl's parents, and they all showed up around 3 a.m. to pick up their kids. When they arrived, Michael initially resisted and told them to come back in the morning, but the parents said no and demanded to be let inside to pick up their girls. By the next day, all three girls were taken to the hospital where they tested positive for benzodiazepine, a depressant that produces sedation and hypnosis. When authorities went to Michael's home, they confiscated a Vitamix blender, a mortar and pestle, cups, straws, tramadol, and 5 bottles of temazepam. In just weeks after this incident, Michael and his wife divorced. He was married at the time. Last week, Michael turned himself in and pleaded guilty to 9 separate charges, but he has since posted bail and has been released back into the public. This story is exactly why I